Yep, quite a dog's breakfast here today. Oh. Had quite a bit of rain overnight, and yet the sun is out and you wouldn't even know it. And I probably will even need my sunnies too, so yeah. Back to normal focus. Just for the overview. Okay. So we had a bit of wind, a bit of rain, and we had scouring. I'll go in here for spot colouring. So I had a bit of scouring there. It looked really bad when it first happened, but then the rest of the rain and the night sort of made it sort of less obvious. You can see, you know, we've got rain all the way across the pots there, and across the pots over here, sort of thing. So yeah, and we even had scouring on this one. Whereas it pulled out the newspaper cellulose, which doesn't seem to be fibrous anymore. You know, see this over here, it's fibrous, sort of thing, or looks fibrous. Yeah, we've got scouring in there, and yeah, so we had scouring along here. Lucky you didn't get rid of the cape, and it's pulled off some of the cyanophyta. The water's gone sort of, I don't know what you call that, but what that colour is, and you can see there's some newspaper cellulose in the water now. This one here got scoured a bit, but at least now we've got a light today. I can actually put the camera, if I bring this out here, I can actually bring this over in the sun and do a better job, sort of thing. So even put the camera in on these bright days, I can actually film properly, sort of thing. So yeah, sorry. Hold the camera without new way of holding the camera. Oh, now we'll get out the light. Anyway, so see how we go. So I'll just take some screenshots. That should be enough. Okay, that's about it for there. No, not much scouring on that one, as you would probably expect. So yeah, before I lose that, put that in the water, and of course the water's gone coloured as well. This one down here, sort of still surviving to a certain degree. Yeah, the sound you can hear in the background, that's just the garbage truck going around. It's garbage day today. Yeah, over the top. Okay. Yeah, just rain splashing these other ones basically. Nothing much to report. Yeah, still flushing these. I want to see if and now the water's flowing this way out here, so I can't tell whether we're getting tannings. So that's strange. Or because the soil's all wet over there or something, it's pushing the water this way. I don't know. I would like to know if I'm getting tannins out there, sort of thing. So can't really tell now whether that's just the colour of the sand or I'm getting continued so-called CP tannins in quote coming out there. Here's a copper one still going. So anyway. Yeah. Come over here. Oh, the sun's gone. I can't believe that. The sun's gone in about space of not even 5 minutes. Okay, we had a bit of scouring here. I don't know if you can see this, but wherever those jellified patches were, the rain has washed off the cyanophyta. Assuming, well, the cyanophyta was still there. And bugger, I can't believe that. Hang on. Let's shift that pot over here into the sun if I can. And just hold it this way. Oh, still. Here. Come over here. Do it properly. There we go. So as you can see here, all these areas that were sort of like jellified are scoured. I don't know. You can tell there where the soil is underneath. So it's not actually scouring back to. I don't think it's quite scouring back to the actual soil. almost, but not quite. Anyway, so get the camera in here to get some nice. That's it. Turn that pot, Richard. Come on. So, and this one's still putting out new stuff there. So, made quite a move with the rain overnight. Oh, and here's our little cutting in here. If I can move the camera around again. Still there. That something has been washed away because the rain was quite heavy indeed. So, yeah. Anyway, that's about. I'll put that back in a minute. I remember to. Okay. Oh, I was on tracking for some reason. Bugger. And this one, these plants seem to be greening up. So yeah, seem to be greening up. So yeah, they got pale and they greened up. So maybe that's the difference of having the. Well, you see the difference of having the peat there or the paraffin candle wax, I suppose. So that you would just think that this would go green then, wouldn't you? If that were the case. Well, it might be going. I don't know. We'll have to watch. So if this is greening at the same rate as the CPs are greening, so if these get greener in the next few days and that actually really goes green, that one in there, then we will. Might have a connection there. So these won't actually follow the pathway of that one over there, where it sort of paled out, and then they look really nice and really paled out, and then sort of lost its guts, sort of thing. This one in here, bit of rain splash on here, new growth coming out there. Leaves are quite green for just sand and yeah, hold the camera this way. For sand and what do you want to call it? Paraffin candles around the side. So interesting. Surfactant sand and paraffin candles, and we're still getting growth. And I've got patches of green here and there, like that, the green going around there. But it's going to make any difference, I don't know. Anyway, geez, I'm in 2 miles. I might even have to water again. So okay. So these ones haven't been scoured too much. Still got a lot of greening though. Yeah, one in there. So yeah, down in there. I don't know. Is this the shape of this type of trap or something? It seemed very, very sort of narrow, sort of looking traps. Have you noticed that in there? Sort of narrow looking ones, you know. Scallop, sort of, very scallopy, sort of thing. Now, this one looks like it's going to start making a move finally. And in there's greening all the way around now slightly, and the greening around that one especially, as you can probably see in there, greening around that one, in there. A little bit of light greening in there, so lesser greening in the coir than in the peat. So, and the peat ones are growing noticeably larger, and they seem to be a little bit more. I wouldn't say they're more vigorous. They're sort of about the same vigor, but so size and vigor you may be able to separate them out. This one in here, still checking out some nice leaves in there, sort of thing. This one in here, still very small plants, of course, and these ones here are basically caught up and maybe going slightly better. Yeah. So anyway, we'll see how we go. So one with the grass clippings, starting to crap out now. So, but this one in here, nice, but I don't think. I think the newspapers say is what John Noyne would call compact. How's this one going in? Getting very pale. Yeah, very pale in there. Oh, I just closed the trap. Bugger. Down in it. Okay, that's about as... Okay, getting some new pictures on this one. Oh, they've even opened too. Jesus. There's something grossly wrong with this one. I mean, there's something grossly wrong with all of them. So what, are they now finally getting giving up the ghost of the hormone control or something after 2 years or something. Finally, so we've got to wait until next season. Suddenly go bang, and they start growing. No, they'll just start growing normally like we have, 50 years of CP experience, and it's just rubbish. So yeah. Well, so far, as I say, these two are still running together. The so-called peat. I mean, we don't even really know whether we are actually getting proper peat in this country, whether they're mixing it off with something, or mixing it with a substitute, or it's going through some chemical process, because this country, since they've changed over from the methyl bromide, which was pretty nasty, but they've gone over to some other system, and because of that they think it's safer, but actually it craps out plants like ours that have sort of mycorrhizal. You would think, maybe that's what it is, because they actually have all these manufactured mycorrhizae in stock solutions. They've done this process on keeping out the bugs out of our country, and they add the mycorrhizae, and because of that, the manufactured sort of cultured sort of stuff, and so they haven't noticed any difference. If they stop using their sort of commercial mycorrhizae, they find out all their plants would crap out or something because of this new process they go through since they got rid of the so-called, in quotes, dangerous methyl bromide process that used to put on everything that came into this country, sort of thing. Bales of peas and other stuff. Anyway, so we on spot culling? No. Okay. The centre down there is starting to get a little bit bigger, but nah, it's nothing compared to what I experienced, 5 years ago when I initially did stuff. So at the moment, these two are running equal, but no way are they as vigorous as they were 5 years ago. And I've got photographs of the vigour. You could actually see it. You get a single leaf coming up in a week. So it would go like that to maturity, to sort of this, and to maturity in a week. Or actually, it was 9 days, if I remember rightly. I was telling everyone. So anyway, and this Venus flytrap in here, I think it's making a comeback, but. What is it, fellas? I don't know. Why do you have to go through this process of almost either losing your plant, or it's going back, maybe having to wait a year or something to get them back into normality, rather than this, yes, we are doing something, can you guess what it is sort of situation? Well, they're not even doing that. They're giving you the same sort of bullshit stories that, the sort of low nutrient bullshit sort of thing. I think, well, come on. Well, they're pumping these things up with air or something, Nothing grows that fast without, what do you got, It's like you got a bloody summer beach ball or something, It looks nice on the outside, pretty pictures, but inside it's just all, well, if it's out in the sun, it's all hot air, isn't it? But, anyway. Yeah, and I think some of these Saracens are, I don't know, they had sort of crapped out, but I've lost it now. Hang on, it must be shading it. Okay, let's go down there with spot culling. I am on spot culling. Okay, can you see the redness now starting to develop in the centre? Quite a delay to that reddening up of the centre sort of thing. I think that's when you get the growth. But I do like the colour. I do like the side. Yeah, I do like the colour on these things. Unfortunately, as I said, we had that windy day and it knocked two over, and then some bird sort of pecked at one of them and had to pull it off, sort of thing. I do like the coloration, but how come these red tubes aren't going red, Makes you wonder. So they're not doing this. I mean, Jesus, we're getting into really bright sunlight. If they haven't gone red by the third week of February and they're getting full sun over there, there's something wrong, I would say. I mean, what about the colour of the traps too, they're just sort of pale and insipid, sort of. Yeah, none of them are going a nice bright red. None of them are going that red that you get in the shops. That they come. Some of them are so. As I put a picture up in my Facebook page of, I think it's from some nursery called, is it Braywood or something? Geez, the colour on those traps, my geez, you could set Rudolph's knows a standard Rudolph knows by them. I think, you know, yeah, no Rudolph, your red nose is not bright enough. This is the colour you want. This is the colour of these traps from, I think it's Braidwood or Braid.